Now, there has been speculation about Pierre Gasly joining Alpine in the next season of Formula 1, but what would that mean for AlphaTauri? Could this mean an open seat for Mick Schumacher? Pierre Gasly, the father of Yuki Tsunoda. Just joking. We all know Pierre Gasly from his stint with Toro Rosso, Red Bull and AlphaTauri. He's a lovable character with a budding bromance with Yuki Tsunoda. A big name in the sport with his defining career moment coming from his opportunity to race at Red Bull. Sadly short-lived, but he continues to be a driver that fans love. Now, in recent days there have been reports, not yet confirmed, that the Frenchman is set to leave AlphaTauri to a destination that is yet to be confirmed. However, news has it that he could be joining Alpine in the next season. Though Oscar Piastri's exit could have left a big dent in Alpine, Pierre Gasly is probably the best driver to replace him. Otmar Safnauer, team boss of Alpine, revealed during a press conference at the Belgian Grand Prix that Piastri was excited and happy when he was informed of his Alpine seat next year. In an interview with Sky Sports, he said, "I've told Piastri about next year before we announced the big news. He was in the simulator at that moment, so I looked him up there. He was smiling and appreciative. We signed a contract with him last November, so his tweet came as a big surprise." Now, with seats being shifted this year, Sebastian Vettel retiring, Fernando Alonso joining Lance Stroll, and the honey badger Daniel Ricciardo with no seat to be found, many rumours are flying around the paddock. Alpine is still waiting for a go-ahead from the Contract Recognition Board's ruling over the Oscar Piastri dispute. This decision will help decide the Australian's future. Gasly, when asked to comment, remained tight-lipped over the matter, refraining from answering any speculative questions that might lead him to shed more light on the matter. The most recent rumour to come to light involves the beloved Pierre Gasly with an open seat available at Alpine. A Frenchman joining a French team makes sense, but what are the rumours that are circling the paddock? Rumour has it that Alpine is seeking Pierre Gasly to replace their second seat, but it seems that Pierre prefers to be more secretive. When asked about a potential drive with Alpine, Gasly stated that he didn't want to make too many comments and that no information would be coming from his side. Now, when we think about Alpine, they're a French team with an already strong French driver, Esteban Ocon. For Alpine to have Pierre Gasly driving for them, there'd be a complete French force to be reckoned with. But you have to keep in mind that Alpine is way on its way to developing a strong car and has shown its strength by being currently fourth in the Constructors' Championship. They don't want a rookie like Mick Schumacher and Oscar Piastri to replace the shoes of the great Fernando Alonso, and who knows if they trust that Daniel Ricciardo has the form to perform for them next season. The next option would be Pierre Gasly, but it's not that simple. Behind the scenes, there are driver contracts and fees to keep in mind. For Alpine to successfully attain Pierre Gasly, they would have to be willing to pay the fine to have Pierre Gasly break out of his contract. Now, for Gasly, what's the incentive? Well, after Checo Perez announced his contract extension with Red Bull, Gasly has no way to climb into their first-tier team, and if he were to stay, he'd be waiting a long time. If rumours are true, then a potential all-French lineup is in the works at Alpine, as Pierre Gasly is targeted by the team for the 2023 F1 season. Fans, however, have been left bemused by this decision, as Gasly and current Alpine driver Esteban Ocon did not get along in their earlier years. Many fans on Twitter felt that this was a recipe for disaster for the French team, as the two could fall out once again. There were initially rumours that Daniel Ricciardo could be the front runner for the seat at Alpine, but there were reservations from the top management about signing the Australian. Ricciardo abruptly called time on his association with the team when he moved to McLaren in the 2021 F1 season, and that's not gone down well with the Enstone-based squad at the time. To add to this, Ricciardo's form at McLaren has not been great, to say the least. It's been reported that Alpine has contacted Red Bull about the likelihood of Pierre Gasly being released from his deal with AlphaTauri and going to join the French squad for the upcoming season. If Alpine makes Pierre Gasly a compelling offer, he'll be free to depart AlphaTauri. According to Sky Sports News, Alpine has dropped the former Formula 2 driver Oscar Piastri as their preferred driver. At the same time, they wait for the FIA's Contract Recognition Board, CRB, to reach its decision about the Oscar Piastri issue following the meeting that took place on Monday. Alpine is contemplating signing Gasly, who has been a member of the Red Bull family since he entered Formula 1 in 2017 to form an all-French lineup. Gasly just signed a new agreement for the next season with AlphaTauri. While Esteban Ocon has made it evident that he wants Mick Schumacher to compete beside him next year, Alpine isn't yet ready to switch on from Oscar Piastri, despite having inquired about Pierre Gasly. They're hoping for the CRB to make a ruling, but even if Alpine wins, it's unlikely that Piastri will get another shot in its vehicle. Christian Horner, the head of Red Bull, gave the impression that Pierre Gasly, who had a temporary partnership with Max Verstappen in 2019 before moving to Toro Rosso, will be permitted to leave the team under proper conditions. Nonetheless, there appears to be risks involved with a potential pairing of Ocon and Gasly. In the beginning, the two teenage drivers were close friends in karting, but their competitive natures began to strain their friendship as they grew. In a statement, Gasly once stated, "Ocon didn't like it when I started to beat him." According to Piastri's tweet on the 1st of August, he never signed a contract for next year. Pretty soon after his tweet, Oscar was linked to McLaren. This was further fueled on the 8th of August when Auto Hebdo said that the CRB declared both Piastri's contracts valid after McLaren's lawyers asked for clarification. Ever since the first CRB ruling, it seems that more confusion and tension have been created. However, now that Ricciardo officially cleared the path for Piastri next season, only Oscar Alpine's contract can prevent him from driving for McLaren in 2023. The controversy, however, persists. There is no denying that Piastri and Mark Webber, his manager, play a game of high risk. Helmut Marko, advisor to Red Bull Racing, said this about Gasly's time there. He was too eager and tried different setups than Verstappen, although we advised him against it. But we have a good relationship. He's a team leader and has managed success at AlphaTauri for the last couple of years. Now, back in June, Gasly extended his Red Bull contract for another year, as at that moment there weren't a lot of other competitive seats available. Although Pierre has repeatedly said he doesn't want to drive for AlphaTauri for many more years, there were no alternatives then. Gasly said about his contract extension, "I've been with this team for 5 years now, and I'm proud of the journey we've been through together and the progress we've made." CRB seems to be the only source of authentic information we're waiting for. Their ruling would either mean Alpha releasing Gasly legally and joining Alpine or not. This could be a likely case because Alpine is positive that the ruling will be in their favour. However, if Gasly does leave, Mick Schumacher is the most likely replacement for him. Red Bull too has reassured that Gasly will be allowed to leave Alpha under the right circumstances and if only Alpine is offering a good offer. With a positive outcome from CRB, Alpine will be able to use the compensation to pay the fee. So, keep watching for more information like this, like and share this video with your friends, and subscribe to this channel to keep up to date with news on F1.